Good morning, guys. This is Rick Shaw here on the 30th of May, 2023, and we've been having pretty good rains on and off all last night from midnight on. We did not have a single bit of steady rain. What we had was I'd fall asleep, and then we would have about 5 minutes of a super heavy rain, enough to wake you up. That's how loud it is because of this roof on this house. And then it would quit. And then 15, 20 minutes later, it would do it again. This morning I came out, couldn't even walk the dogs because it was raining a little bit closer together. I don't want to get too far from the house because it's, it's not good. But we also saw another load of blocks came in over across there, and they're good ones again. One of them's broke because that guy dropped it, but you can't bust these with your hand. They're real strong. So I think they went with a new block company. Hey, it's a whole different truck, different guys, than these damn things right here. But here's the thing: they're going to use these. The guy said they're going to use them up. They're starting to work on this one. They started a couple days ago, but they took their food garbage and just threw it in the street after they ate their chicken. And Boomer got chicken bones, and then what was he doing last night? He was puking. We only give our dogs dog food, and then I give them an egg. I give them once a week an egg, and then if we have bacon and eggs, I let them, I take some of the grease and that and give that to them. But we do not give people food. This way they have nice turds and they get regular. He got the damn chicken bone in me yesterday. I couldn't get to him before he ate it. He just gobbled it up, and I told the guy, man, don't do that, guys. Don't throw your garbage in my street. If they do it again, I'm going to ask the guards to kick them out. This is bullcrap. What a bunch of pigs. You don't sit there and come into some man's neighborhood and eat your chicken and throw the stinking bones out in the middle of the street. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So that's what we dealt with. We're doing our visa thing. We're going to leave tomorrow to head to Manila. We're going to stay at the hotel. I want to thank 12 Boar, and I believe his sweetie's name is Miss Sim or Miss Sims. I can't remember. I have to go back and look. But he tried to send it earlier, but they take the comments down. Guys, I'm hearing from so many people they're taking comments down, and I swear it is not me. I'm not taking any comments down if they're foul. But those get held for review anyway, and I don't see any of those. But he said they're taking comments. But he sent me a site, and then I went to it. And it's what it is it's these guys that used to work at the embassy that interview. They interview the ones, and I watched a couple of them. So then what I did was I went to the guy's site and subscribed to it, and you can scroll down. And I focused on just the B1, B2. And the mistake we've been making for months now is we were so focused on the paperwork, the house, the car, bank statements and all that. And from what I'm seeing, they're probably not even going to look at it. He said focus on what's on your application. Everything has to be the same, and work it into the conversation when they ask you a question that, hey, we just bought a house here and we just did all. So it was very eye-opening to me. And my wife watched like 6 or 7 of their videos, and I watched them, and I just was amazed. It was so interesting. So she watched those last night. Today we're going to we're going to go over the dang thing because we haven't bought tickets or anything yet, and they tell you not to. Well, here's the problem. We picked a hotel, but what happens when I bought tickets last time, when I just went, I went through, and what they did was they gave me the air flight. Then they have a thing right after you pick your air flight, you can get a deal by going to this hotel, which at the time was a Red Roof Inn. And then I got the rental car. I think it was Avis or something. And then I had a real nice Mercury rental car. And it was like, okay, so we don't really know until I do that. But so we had to put a hotel down, and that guy says, oh, you got to make sure that hotel is what, if they asked you have to know that. So a lot of stuff to this, and they said to have these things are last 3 to 5 minutes. So, but our Faye's friend said when she was in there, hers went through just fine. She got her visa. Everything went good, but she said she was hanging around in there for a little bit. You know, it's air conditioned, real nice. And she said there were so many people coming out crying because they were denied. You know, and then 12 Bore and Miss Sim, he had said too in the comments that, you know, they were turned down the first time too. And then what happened was he wound up sending me an email with the link. It's also on the channel, but I'll put that up. I'll get that channel and put it up. Anybody's going to be trying for a visa. I wish I had had this information 2-3 months ago. You know, but I don't know if they ask for all the stuff. We do have paperwork. I just hope we don't get denied. You know, it will be screwed. We'll be screwed for a year. You know, if they deny it, and you know, from what the guy said too, is if you're denied once, they're going to be biased to deny you a second time and a third time. You know, and it's like, holy cow! You know, I've been here 10 years. I don't want to go. I do not wish to go to the States without my family. I want them to meet them. I want my family to meet my beautiful little wife and the kids. And it's, you know, this stuff, I'm getting a little bit of anxiety on this because so many people get turned down. You know, we're going to go. We just want to go on a vacation. You know, what's so hard about that? And it's all up to one dude sitting behind a window, or chick, you know, to make a determination in 3 to 5 minutes. And that to me, that's just scary as crap. You know, because like I say, if we get denied this time, we're done for any trip this year, anything. And then we're probably going to have to hire this visa specialist guy to handle things. And you know, it just seems odd to me. You want to get a visa to go, tourist visa, just to go visit and Disneyland and that kind of stuff, and you got to hire a company, you know, to get you through it. You know, dealing with government, I just get so tired of it. I just wish we'd get in there. I hope it works out. We get our visa Thursday, and you know, then we can start planning our trip instead of being in this limbo right now. And the more I look into these vlogs that this fella's doing, I'm just like, oh crap. You know, am I ever going to be able to get her to meet my family? You know, they can't. They're all getting older. Them getting the passport, and most of them don't even have one. Getting the passport and come and visit here, that's probably not going to happen. You know, so this is what we got to deal with. But I am not too optimistic right now. My wife, when it comes to you know, the guy said you got to be kind of like a salesman and fit things in. When they ask you a question, you got to fit all this other stuff in. If you watch his videos, you'll see what I mean. And it's not her nature. When it comes to authority in this country, she's real shy. She'll talk to friends and neighbors and just yak like a yak. But when it comes to authority, whoop, you know, she gets like freaked out, and I'm thinking, oh boy, it won't be good. You know, won't be good at all. But we'll see. So don't mind me. I am sweating this a little bit. And you know, and the kids won't get to go. You know, the kids won't get to go to America. And you know, I'd like to let them see it. They're going to, you know, everybody, my wife and my kids, they're going to be shocked when they get to America. You know, they're not going to believe how wide open the roads are. And my one brother lives on a golf course, and out in his area, there's not a lot of traffic. You know, you jump in your car and you go where you want to go. You don't worry about any of that. You don't worry about motorcycles swarming you and stuff, and they're not going to believe it. Plus, the roads are so wide open. You know, you look at our streets. There's just no room on them. And I think my wife will be really surprised that you're driving down the street and there's no telephone pole in the middle of your lane, or a boulder. You know, that's what's so funny about, you know, here. You know, people. I've had people that talk to me about the Philippines, and they've never been here, or they went for a couple days in Manila. You got to get out and travel around. I've been through a bunch of the islands. I've been through Mindoro, Southern Leyte, Negros, Cebu, and Mindoro. And then I was on some other island. It started with an S. I can't remember. It was a smaller island. Samar, I think it was Samar or something like that. And I was there wasn't there too long, but when you get here, and these places are all different. Like when we go down to Mindoro, the traffic's pretty cool. I did some vlogs on that. It's not bad. There's some goofy local things they do, like the tricycles on the main highway. It's a 4-lane, and all of them ride right in the center line of the lane. Like, here's your center line. This is the tricycle right here on that line, and they will not get over. And they'll do 20. It's like an unwritten law up there. They'll do 20. So you have to go out around them. And that's a high-speed road up there. Everybody runs. Hey, they'll run 80 kilometers an hour or more. Because it's such a nice road. But where we bought our land in the back, that was a gravel road. When I went on the tricycle, one of the first trips we took was the second trip we took was on the tricycle, and it's like, I think it was like 12 miles to the back, back to where we were going, and it took us like an hour because you couldn't go fast. It was just banging the hell out of this thing, big ruts and stuff. Well, the nice thing now, all the way up to where our road is to our ground, it's all concrete now. It's concrete like this. There's one bad spot right before we get there where there's a lot of heavy trucks. They're hauling sand and gravel out because they get it down by that river, and they got a quarry and all that stuff. But there's one bad spot because the road dips, and when them trucks dip down in, it just smashed the concrete pretty bad. So that's the one bad area, but they're not going to fix it because it's right by the school, and there's a big community center with the basketball court, and there's always stuff going on there. Every Friday night and Saturday night there's basketball games, there's vendors out. So it's kind of like their version of a speed bump. So, but that was the other thing I liked down in Mindoro. There wasn't as many speed bumps as here. There were a few of them, but on the regular roads through town, there isn't any. Here, you drive through this damn town, there's one area going by the little Barangay Hall. There's 7 speed bumps within, I don't know, 150 feet. And the speed bumps they put in here, they're not the easy ones. They're like they got 5-mile-an-hour ones, and then they got ones you can go over a little faster. These ones, you have to almost come to a dead stop to roll over them. That's how bad they are. So it's just the way things go. I hope my wife can fit, that we, in the conversation, that she can fit that, yeah, we just bought a new house, we have the car, and then we bought land, and we already put our well and septic in, and all that kind of stuff. So, these people say, okay, because that's my big thing. I want to do it. The first big money I want to spend is the trip. And believe me, it's not going to be cheap. That's a big trip. So I'm going to let you go. Yakking. And I hope everybody takes care. Gary went through his eye thing. He got a hold of me after it was done. Doctor says it was a success. And something he told me was he's got to stay laying on his belly, looking straight down for 2 weeks. So I guess it's something to do with the eye surgery. So he's doing good. Ronald, I think they got Ronald into a regular room now, and he sounds better. I talked to him a little bit. He sounds better. So I hope he gets over his hump. And Doc's doing good. Seems like folks are doing okay. And guys, the prayers work, and I appreciate everybody who got on here and said some prayers for the doc and for Ronald and for Gary, because I'm truly convinced that they absolutely 100% work. So that's the way she rolls, and I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And do not forget to pray for everybody. I mean, that's the will of our Lord, and even pray for your enemies. So this is Rick Shaw out.